Well, Uncle Adam was right again. Ask and you shall receive, Clipper Nation. John Collins is in the starting lineup. Mere hours after I did the episode. How about that?
Why is it so loud? Is there like a mic effect or something?
Why is it so loud? I don't work.
Is it like effects or something?
No, they're all them.
Check, check. You mother. He and Zoo have been good when they've been out there together, rebounding wise. Check the numbers. We don't know the extent of Bradley Beal's timetable, but He's undergoing tests for the severity of his hip injury. And when asked if there's concern about Beal's injury, Teron Lue said yes. Jake, I can't hear return. Daniel, you hear me? Jake muted you. Oh, really? So apparently the injury occurred in the first of the last two Suns games while taking a charge. Just as it did before, taking a charge. It's not good. Well, when Kawhi's back, if Beal's still out, I think they're going to try Harden. Maybe Harden, DJ, Kawhi, Collins, Zoo to start, or maybe Dunn. I don't know. And Dunn has been filling in off the bench, but DJ started the year. We don't have a new update on Kawhi. Last game, he said a few more games. You hear anything, Daniel? Welcome into Clippers Countdown as your LA Clippers remain at home for the next two, starting tonight against the 5-5 Atlanta Hawks, who, like the Clippers, have had their share of injuries, yet they're still at 510 games in, where the Clippers are 3-6, and one of the surprise disappointments to start off this NBA season after what we thought was a fruitful offseason. But has some of the produce expired, or is it that they just haven't been able to find the right ingredients that mix well together yet? Here was Coach Lou post-game after their loss Saturday night to the Suns here at Intuit Dome. It wouldn't be the first time the Clippers have started a season slowly just to end up eventually being fine, but the turnaround has to start tonight as the schedule only gets tougher from here, and the Western Conference Gauntlet is always unforgiving. Tip-off from Intuit Dome between your Los Angeles Clippers and the Atlanta Hawks is just about 61 minutes away. Coming up, you'll hear from assistant coach Dante Jones and Grant Mona will be here. But up next, it's your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
I have a quick question. What's wrong with you, man? Why don't you answer my late night calls?
That's the voice of Carlo Jimenez, otherwise known as Big Thirst.
Wow.
Crazy.
The
Daniel, you hearing this?
disrespect is real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, thanks, man. I was defending our Clippers.
I can't believe James Coe doesn't ask me to come on.
Yeah, your name was all over it, man. You know, Daniel, he's a competitive guy, and he just wants to win.
Brought James Coe on with us plenty of times.
You did?
Yeah.
My favorite pregame guest is when Farbod was with that wrestler and you had him on. That was fire.
That was dope.
Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 58 minutes away. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Still to come, we will have on Dante Jones, assistant coach for the Clippers, plus Grant Mona will be here. But Carlo, my friend, how we doing? Good to see you.
Oh, hey, Adam.
Oh, I'm getting the cold shoulder, apparently. Wow.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Great to see you, Adam. It is great to see you. I'm excited. Good things are happening here on the Clippers. We got some good changes coming up. I can't wait to see them in action.
A former Atlanta Hawk in the starting lineup tonight in John Collins, as predicted by yours truly. That could help give this Clippers team a jolt after losing 4 straight. Let's talk about what happened last time out against the Phoenix Suns on Saturday. Too many defensive lapses, offensive rebounds given up by this squad, an issue once again. and also another hot shooting performance from the Suns.
Yeah, Phoenix just continues to knock down shots in big moments against the Clippers. But Adam, I thought it was really the end of that second quarter that did them in. They were down by 3. Phoenix goes on an 11-0 run, and all of a sudden it's a 14-point game at halftime. The Clippers were able to get it within 5 a couple of times in the second half, but never brought it any closer. Bradley Beal was good in his minutes. I mean, 20 minutes, 12 points. He was the only starter with a positive plus-minus at +4. But the Clippers just couldn't get out of their own way at times. And then, like you mentioned, Phoenix just knocked down shot after shot.
And unfortunately, Bradley Beal could be out for some time. They're
Yeah.
still running tests on that hip injury he suffered. It was good to see Nico Batum wake up and almost carry them to a victory with those 9 straight points off of 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. He hadn't made multiple threes in a game so far this season. That is unlike Nico. Also had the chase down block, of course, but you're seeing signs of life from this Clippers team, especially from guys who you can rely upon like Nico. Hopefully that turns into a little bit more consistency from him and the rest of this group.
Yeah, and Nico Batum, if you look at the statistics, he has traditionally started seasons a little slower, just might be the old age, and the Clippers are old as a group, so maybe they are in a little bit of a slow start. I thought something that Tyler brought up pregame was, the Clippers, when they traded for James Harden, they went to lose 6 games in a row. Was it 5?
5 straight with him, but 6 overall.
Yeah, 6 straight games, and they ended up winning 51 games that year. So this has been a team that has faced adversity in the beginning of the season and still been just fine. Adam and we talked about that during that season, maybe had the best stretch in team history during that season when Kawhi Leonard was at full health in the middle of the year. So you can't judge it too harshly, but it definitely is time to worry a little bit. I don't think anyone's worries are unjustified. I mean, you're 3-6, 9 games in. It's over 10% of the season, and many people had this team starting 7-3, 8-2, but clearly not off to the start they wanted. Now, part of that is the injuries, but the urgency is there now, and I think you feel that today.
Yeah, ask Coach Lou pregame about if there's a tipping point from where it goes from the early part of the season and we're going to be okay to where you got to step on the gas a little bit and really kick things into high gear. And he said that's now.
Yeah.
That's now. So strong from him. That was good to hear. Ivica Zubac's last 2 games, I know he always does this against Phoenix, but he looked like last year's version of Ivica Zubac, and they needed it. His scoring was big for them. He's going to be big again tonight, Big Zoo.
He's going to be big against a team in Atlanta that's got some good pieces on the offensive side from their big man, but not really known as defenders. I mean, you think about somebody like Kristaps Porzingis, Zacharias Zache, Onyeka Okongwu, Mohamed Gay. Those are great offensive threats, but there's not a lot of size that can match up on the defensive side with somebody like Ivica Zubac. That's why he's my player to watch at him in this game. I'm calling it early. I'm getting it out there. I expect a big game from Big Zoo. If you just feel like he's going against an Atlanta team that struggles to defend the interior of the paint. Meanwhile, this is an Atlanta team that scores a lot of points in the paint, 5th most in the NBA. See if the Clippers can be an elite paint defense like they have been this season, Adam. Still top 6 in the league in points allowed in the paint.
Carlo Jimenez is on the calls. The Clippers take it on the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 54 minutes away. And up next, Carlo's got a one-on-one conversation with assistant coach Dante Jones right here on Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Hey. Sorry. Soft tacos.
Oh, yeah. We used to talk about soft tacos versus hard tacos. And I think Brian liked hard tacos more. And we're like, what? Who likes hard tacos more than soft tacos?
No, that's crazy.
Especially if you're
that's
driving.
Insane.
That's an insane take.
That's just bad. Bad
I
take.
remember I had hard tacos my whole childhood, and then one time I had soft tacos, and I was like, Mom and Dad, what's wrong with you guys? Like, why do you not like me?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that the double-decker Taco Bell they used to have? Wasn't that the old double-decker Taco Bell they used to
Sounds
have?
so good.
Yeah, those were good.
Taco Libre.
Taco Libre. Oh. Dude, if I was in control of the Intuit Dome food, we'd have tacos every day. Right?
I mean, it's pretty lean.
Who would be mad about that?
No one.
No one. And then I'd have some agua frescas, you know.
Jake, what's the best taco spot?
And that's put me on the spot right there, dude.
No, make it work.
LA
I
has
got
a
one
lot.
for you.
Top 3.
Tacos 1986 is a place I like.
Oh.
It's really good. Pretty good there. Yeah, that
The
place
trucks
is
are
good too.
good.
Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 51 minutes away. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. Still to come, we'll have on Grant Mona. I'll get to my player to watch, and we'll also go back in time in Clippers Rewind. But first, we got to head back over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. Assistant coach Dante Jones, pregame there with Carlo Jimenez as we get ready for the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 49 minutes away. It's approaching quickly here. I'm Adam Osland, and up next, we'll go back in time in Clippers Rewind. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Good to meet you too. I hear you guys all the time. The other night I was listening on the way home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get on Sirius.
Oh, appreciate you.
I hear you guys a lot. You're later than us.
That's right. This is your first game on the road trip here?
Yeah,
Stop?
yeah, we
What's
just
next?
we go to Sacramento, Salt Lake City, and Phoenix.
Okay. I like it. It's Trey Young's still out for a while, right?
He's on a 4-week,
Okay, but Johnson's playing.
yeah, he's playing.
All right, we may have a good one.
Luke Kennard is 2 games.
He's playing? We love Luke here.
I know. Well, it's like we love both. And Johnny Collins is one of my favorite guys.
He's starting tonight.
I know.
His first Clippers game. Clipper Nation will want him to start the whole time.
Bradley Beal might be out for a while.
Yeah, more testing on his hip. Yeah, we'll see. Nice to meet you, though.
Yeah, nice to meet you. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
I see Carl all the time.
No doubt.
The meetings.
I wish I could travel with him. I wasn't at your coaches meeting earlier, but I always do the games from Burbank when he's out on the road.
All right.
So when they're on the road, I stay here, but I got to go to all the home games. So
The broadcast meeting stuff.
I'll see if Carlo get me a way in. The young gun. Thank you.
You know, when he was with National Sports Media, when he won that award,
The Jim Nance.
I won it.
You did? And it gave him high marks, of course. He's great. You're good. Oh, so real. Appreciate the super chat. I'll make sure to not give any of it to Jake.
Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 47 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up, I'll give you my player to watch. You already heard from Carlo Jimenez there. He jumped the gun, grabbed a piece of Zubas before I could. That's okay. I got somebody else on my mind tonight. But before that, let's go back in time in Clippers Rewind. We're going back over 31 years here to April 16th of 1994. In theaters at the time, you had Four Weddings and a Funeral with Hugh Grant, who was becoming quite a big deal. Also in theaters, this is a big deal to me, The Mighty Ducks 2 with Gordon Bombay and the Knuckle Puck. Who was the bad guy? It was like Stetson the Wolf or something. I don't know. The biggest song on the radio at the time, I remember this. My sister had the album. I may have burned it. The Sign by Ace of Base, also the title of the album. Clippers, though, were taking on the Lakers, but it was a recently acquired former Atlanta Hawks legend that went off for the Clippers that night.
You're waving at the wrong camera. There you go. How you doing? What up, fellas? You guys are looking at the wrong thing. Keep going, keep going. They say what happens if you hit a break, then you go. It's not like you really, Paul? Good? Really? Let's go.
Pretty cool. Chick Hearn on the call there. You know, Magic Johnson was the coach of the Lakers during that time back in 1994. Now, Dominique Wilkins was only with the Clippers for 25 games, but the human highlight reel did not disappoint. He averaged 29 points and 7 boards per game. Saw him walking in the building here at Intuit Dome earlier. Looks good, but gave the Clippers some memorable performances back in 1994. Specifically, that was April 16th of 1994. Coming up next, we'll get to Grant Mona. But first, my player to watch, Clippers and Hawks tonight here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 44 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Nice, Daniel. I see you. We ain't talking like John Collins is prime Blake Griffin. Nobody said that. It's just about making your team as good as possible, putting the best players out there, optimizing lineups. John Collins is starting tonight. Oh. Okay, we don't need to RIP the government shutdown. Y'all need to chill. So does YouTube. I had to put in another request to get the strike removed from doing the pregame last show for whatever reason. This has happened before, and then I email them and they take away the channel strike, but so stupid. No one's saying Collins is the answer to everything, but can he be part of a solution? Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. It's Clippers Countdown. Still to come, we got Grant Mona join the show. We'll get to your injury report and your drive around the league. But first, you get your player to watch. You know, there might have been a guy earlier today here on Clippers Talk that did a show saying John Collins needs to start tonight. And wouldn't you know, he is starting tonight. His first game as a Clipper in the starting lineup. Last time out against Phoenix, had 19 points on 8 of 12 shooting, 4 boards as well. But so far on the season for the Clippers, just 13 points per game, but he's only playing about 25 minutes per game. So can that 13-5 rebound box score go up for him, or averages go up for him now in the starting lineup? You'd expect it to, and just the minutes to get closer to 30 minutes a night, because that's what he was playing last year with the Utah Jazz. That is about what he has averaged throughout his career. More John Collins is a good thing for this Clippers team. John Collins in the starting lineup. I know a lot of people were hoping to see that earlier in the season, but it is game 10. We are seeing it now. Unfortunately, part of the reason looks like because Bradley Beal is out with a hip injury, and he's getting more testing done. So we don't know the extent or the timetable on when he could come back. But John Collins is my player to watch tonight. Love the energy he brings. The Bounce Bros will be out there starting the game. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing that motor out there from the very beginning, and hopefully it cures a lot of what ails the Clippers with those slow starts that we've been seeing throughout this season so far. They have to start quickly against the Atlanta Hawks tonight, and John Collins can do so against his former team here. Tip-off just about 40 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up next, we'll get to your injury report, and then Grant Mona from the Sporting Tribune. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Nutrition counsel included. Staying on top of your health doesn't have to be a whole big thing. How's your food intake? Healthier than just words.
Clippers and Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 37 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, your host here on Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up, we got Grant Mona. G. Mona joined the show once again. Clippers looking to get off the schneid. They've lost 4 straight. They welcome in the Hawks tonight, and they welcome in a new starter, a former Hawk. John Collins will be starting for the Clippers in this ball game. But let's get to your injury report. Bradley Beal is out with left hip soreness. He's getting more testing on that. The fear is that it's going to be longer than just one game, but we don't know the details yet. Still no Kawhi Leonard. Remember pregame last game on Saturday night, Coach Lou said a few more games. How many? We'll see. Clippers play again on Wednesday. We're right back here against the Denver Nuggets. As for the Atlanta Hawks, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, their big pickup this offseason, he's out. They also will be without Trae Young still, coming off a right knee MCL sprain. He's out for some time. So both teams missing some key players. Clippers have to find a way to win this one and not drop to 3-7 on this young season through the first 10 games. More on that coming up. We'll speak with Grant Mona from the Sporting Tribune. It's the Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks here at the Dome. The Dome is home. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Aren't these comments great?
Oh, what a wonderful vibe we got going in the chat. Chat, I said be nice.
You said be nice.
Be nice, man.
Be nice to me.
I think fans got kind of what they wanted. Kind of. Not in the fashion that
Is it
wanted it to happen.
Is it monkey's paw? My guess is though, like once Collins is in the starting lineup, I don't know if he's coming out.
I was just talking about that with a few other reporters. Like,
did you hear anything about the timeline with Bradley Beal? There's more testing being done?
Well, there's imaging being done. They just said that there is concern, obviously, like Ty Lue said, but there's no definitive timeline. They said it happened on the initial
game?
charge, but I don't think that's when it happened.
In the game in Phoenix, too? I thought that I heard it was...
I guess they're saying then, but it looked like it happened here.
No, that's what I thought.
So...
Because they even said he was questionable to come back in that game.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
What did
see in the first of the last 2 Suns games? So that was the one in Phoenix,
right?
Which I don't remember that happening.
So maybe it was right. He re-aggravated it and it became very obvious.
Because I saw it happen when it happened.
Yeah.
And he said "F man," like grabbing his hip,
Ugh.
and then he went to the locker room and yeah, came
Guys,
back.
Let's not go with Beal being hurt as a blessing. Free TV. That might be a free timeout.
Nothing being hurt is a blessing. Wow. Sorry you have to deal with this, Adam, but
Warblade, this is Jonathan disagreeing on some stuff. Jonathan, you were saying some wild stuff like, I don't mean to question guys, professional athletes about ankle sprains, but just look, you're questioning Kawhi's ankle? Come on, man. You can't do that stuff. Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 34 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. It's Clippers Countdown. Still to come, we'll get to your drive around the league, but join the show right now would be Grant Mona of the Sporting Tribune. And you know what, Grant? Before we get to you, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. All right, Grant, let's talk about it. Clippers have lost 4 in a row. They're 3-6. We did a little bit of this on Saturday night as they would lose once again to the Phoenix Suns. But what is standing out to you as the largest problem with this team so far?
I think it's just the effort and communication. You know, I was talking with some other reporters about how there's not a want for the basketball. Last season, there was an intensity on the defensive end. There was communication on the defensive end. There was an ability to go get the ball, not wait for it to come to you. And I haven't seen that on the defensive end. Obviously, we know about the three-point issue and their ability to defend the three-point. the 3-point line. But other than that, I mean, you can look at the turnovers. Adam, I think there's just a plethora of things that one win could change the energy. I'm not saying that's going to change the way the Clippers play for the rest of the season, but getting a win against a Hawks team that just beat the Lakers could shift something. And now we have a shift in the lineup, as a lot of the fans and a lot of people on your chat seem to have wanted. So maybe that fuels something. It wasn't in the fashion that we wanted it to happen with an injury, but
Right.
it is happening.
Talked about it earlier today on Clippers Talk, just saying, it's time. You're entering game 10. I know it's not quite the 10-game sample size or the 15-game sample size, but you're also 3-6. Like, if you started 0-9, would you say, well, we got to get to 10 games. I don't think that would be the case. I think there has to be more urgency because of their record so far. And unfortunately, it does sound like John Collins is in because Bradley Beal is out of this ball game. But I don't think John Collins is the savior for this team, and I have said multiple times, not one person can help this team enough because there's a lot of different issues going on, and you can't place the blame on one guy. We do think one guy can provide a spark at times, and just for the Clippers to get off to faster starts out there, that would mean a lot to this team.
Yeah, and that's been one of their issues that I failed to even mention when you asked about what some of their issues are that could be fixed. And having an more athletic lineup. Now, we're not saying that this Clippers team is the most athletic in the league, but anytime you have younger players, and I know John Collins is not 22 or 23, but he is a younger player on this team.
That's right.
When you can get younger and more athletic legs to begin the game with Chris Dunn, with John Collins in there, obviously DJ has been really good for this Clippers team so far. You have to take advantage of that. And especially, like you said, how long were you going to wait for this? Now is the time to make a change. You cannot wait any longer. I know that there's been thrown out there 15, 20 games. You can't wait 15 to 20 games. And I feel like that's why you've seen a lot of us, you've seen yourself say it. A change was needed now. And I know Bradley Beal being injured is not ideal because you still need Bradley Beal in the long term.
No doubt.
But right now, having John Collins in the lineup, I think that'll help this team. I really do right now.
Yeah, I asked Coach Lou pregame, as you get further into the season, at what point does it go from early in the season to that tipping point where now you have to have more of a sense of urgency, where you got to kick things into high gear? And he said, well, I asked him for a number of games. He just said now. It's now. So I do think the Clippers have the right mindset. Maybe it took longer than you guys wanted it to, but there are reasons for that. There are politics. There are egos. There could have been promises behind the scenes to get Bradley Beal to make sure he was a starter. Exactly. But John Collins is in the starting lineup now. Coach Lou said also for a while.
Yes.
So I don't know if that is telling us something about Bradley Beal's injury or if it just means, look, he knows how good he's been playing. This was all part of the plan. Nothing is lost on this coaching staff, but they're the ones who have to manage a locker room. And you don't want to make a decision too quickly because then the guy you take out, you could lose him for the rest of the season. So there's a lot more to it. It's not as simple as just plugging and playing guys and doing 2K type of stuff out there. So we're excited about John Collins being in the starting lineup. We're hoping for a speedy recovery from Bradley Beal. But also this Clippers team, yes, this is about an effort thing. This is about getting back to the defensive principles. And it's also about just playing for 48 minutes because they haven't put together enough consistency out there in stretches where even Saturday night, you could see some incremental improvements. Yes, flashes of what we saw last season from this Clippers group, Grant, but they weren't able to sustain it.
Right, and that's the biggest thing is that over the course of last season, even if their offense was not doing well, and I think that's what their philosophy was, even if James Harden is tired out there, even without Kawhi Leonard, what we are going to hang our hat on is playing defense and getting into the opposing team defensively, having that intensity, having that energy. This season, I really haven't seen a true identity from this team. And we talked to Quinn Snyder before the game, and he said, through 10 games, you can't really have an identity. You have to build that over the course of the season. But from the get-go last year, what did we see? We want to play defense. Even if our offense isn't there, we want to play defense. And for this team, I understand that the personnel is much different, but you have to take care of the fundamentals, the intangibles, the small things. And I think Ty Lue has mentioned this too. the small things will contribute to the bigger picture, right? If you take care of we're not asking for much. Rebounding, offensive rebounding, make sure that there's no points off of those offensive rebounds, getting out to 3-point shooters, making sure that young teams don't run all over you to begin the game. Those are small things in terms of NBA that can contribute to a larger picture here. So I think that's the biggest thing that the Clippers have to focus on. And listen, the Atlanta Hawks, I know they're going to come in and they are not going to just give in to what the Clippers want to do either.
This is an athletic, young team. They're missing some key guys as well as the Clippers, but they just blew out the Lakers by 20 at home. This is game one of a road trip for them, so they're going to want to start this or get off to the right start. This Clippers team, though, we mentioned flashes and glimpses of what we saw last season. The beats of Zubats the last two games kind of exemplifies that with how much better he has played and more of a focal point with him offensively. That has to continue here, especially against Atlanta.
Yeah, Zoo, I feel like a lot of people took the weight thing a little bit out of context. I think that he said that he felt really good come in. He was strong. It's just that they're playing Ivica Zubats a lot different this year than compared to last year. This year, they're loading up on him. He has struggled passing out of when they double team him. So there's been a lot of different things that Zoo has struggled with early on, but I think it's just a matter of the defensive game planning for Zoo. Teams know now that Ivica Zubats is a real problem on the offensive end. Also on the defensive end, his left and right hand on the hook shot have not been as crisp as it was last season. And all these things that I'm mentioning, they are things that can improve. They are things that, with aggressiveness, with confidence, when they do send doubles, that Zoo can handle. So I have always been of the fact that, yes, Zoo has had a slow start, but I have the confidence in him and his ability over the course of what I saw last season to kind of navigate that. And I was talking to some reporters too, and it's like we haven't seen a lot of Zoo and Harden pick and roll, mainly because they're playing it a lot different now. Teams are loading up for that. So I have confidence in Zoo. I think tonight is another big game for him to show out because I know that they're getting Kristaps Porzingis back, but we may not even see Kristaps on Zoo. We may not even see Zoo on Kristaps Porzingis. So another chance for Zoo to continue this hot stretch too.
And the Clippers this is a gut check moment for them. They have to find a way to get out of this rut they've been in because I think 14% of teams that start 3-7 make the playoffs over the last 25 years. Now, the Clippers were one team to do it. They did it during the 23-24 season when they went through that 6-game losing streak early on. They brought in James Harden. He was a part of 5 of those losses as they were shuffling things, and then it was Russell Westbrook off the bench. So they had been here before. They have been able to weather the storm and right the ship, but you just don't want to dig yourself too big of a hole because this Western Conference is very difficult. Felt like James Harden obviously was playing through illness, played 41 minutes. Coach Lou was asked about that pregame. I thought at times early on he played very well, but by the end of it, he took a couple of maybe ill-advised shots, a logo 3. They got away from playing through Ivica Zubats. I expect James to be better tonight.
Yeah, I do too. He looks even better in pregame warm-ups now that we're here and watching it. He didn't even want to take questions after the game, and not because that it was a bad performance, because he just didn't have the energy to do it. We tried to do it, and he's just like, I don't have anything for you guys. So getting a James Harden that has essentially carried the Clippers offense without Kawhi Leonard, except for the last game, I think that's huge for this Clippers team. I had him as my player to watch last game. That didn't go very well. I am going to say it again. Joey Kimball is here right next to me. We're talking about it pregame.
Well, he categorizes all the players to watch.
He's got analytics for players to watch now. You don't have to add me to that list, but I'm going with James Harden tonight. I'm not going to say it's a Detroit Pistons 50 ball like I said that he was going to have last game, but I think James is going to have a pretty big game. And honestly, Adam, they're going to need him. They need him, and obviously Kawhi Leonard when he gets back, too.
Yeah, and the Clippers, they have one more game here in Intuit Dome before they're on the road for a 7-game road trip. They got Denver coming up here on Wednesday, so that's an even stiffer and tougher opponent to go up against in the Western Conference. You feel like I don't want to say any game is a must-win game this early in the season because they technically aren't, but this is about as close as you can get to that, given what the numbers say if you start a year 3-7, and given how good teams have been at the top of the Western Conference so far. Did like seeing Nico Batum get out of a little bit of a slump.
Yeah.
Just wasn't taking a lot of three-pointers, hadn't had a multi-made three-pointer game until Saturday. And boy, did he come up huge in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, Nico's been a steady guy throughout his whole career, but in terms of his Clippers career, it seems like when you need him the most, when you need Nico to step up, especially in that fourth quarter. We saw him in that fourth quarter hit a few big-time threes, and even after the game, I asked him, what keeps you guys confident in times like this? And he said, just the fact that we've been doing this a long time, the fact that we know the talent on our team, he knows that they're confident. But for Nico, his ability to defend still, I know that a lot of fans don't really understand Nico's impact on a night in and night out basis. It's not going to show up in the stat sheet. I promise you. You should have known that from last year's playoffs. In the playoffs last season against the Denver Nuggets, there's a reason why he played down the stretch. There's a reason why he was playing high minutes against the Denver Nuggets. Is because of his impact, not just on the offensive end with the corner threes and all the no-dip threes, but his defensive versatility. You can throw him on a 5. And again, I'm not expecting Nico to play high minutes. They didn't play him high minutes in the regular season last year, and people were saying, why aren't you playing Nico so many more minutes? They're not going to do that again this season, but for him to break out of a slump offensively, I think that's the biggest thing that I saw in last game. But defensive versatility for Nico, even though he's at a ripe age, I think that it's still very crucial for them.
Yeah, and I remember last season there were times early on where people were saying, Nico must be washed, he's not the same player. And then he snapped out of it. I'm hoping it's the same thing again. People are starting to say, oh, is Nico slowing down? Guys, Nico's fine. Like, he's going to be a little bit up and down during the season, but by the end of it, he's going to be right about 38% from 3. He's going to provide a lot of net positives out there, as he has done with that defensive versatility that you mentioned, Grant. He's Grant Mona. At GMona48 is where you find him, and on the Sporting Tribune, of course, is where he covers the Clippers. Grant, thanks for doing this. Back-to-back games. Appreciate you, my friend.
Of course.
Be good. We'll talk soon.
Of course. And, guys, let's go get a victory, man. Let's go.
Of course to that. Let's go. Intuit Dome is the location. Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks tonight. Tip-off 21 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Good.
The National Basketball Association and the Clippers and Intuit Dome seek to foster a safe, comfortable, and enjoyable sports entertainment experience. Please be advised that
I really hate the questioning professionals' injuries and like guys' hearts and stuff. It's like with everything that Kawhi has been through, I mean, the fact that he has continued playing at this point, I think Chuck Mockler put it best on our Clips and Dip podcast feed. In the year 2025, do we really need to keep playing, quote, I'm not a doctor, but, unquote, with professional athletes? The whole weekend warriors being like, oh, I'd be back by now, or I'd play. You don't know what a guy's going through. You don't know the severity of the injury. No team gives full transparency about the specifics of injuries. Like, you can listen to Laker fans complain about this. Everybody complains about this all the time. It's not a Kawhi thing. Maybe back in the day they did. They don't anymore. They're pretty damn general. But come on. There's plenty of stuff to criticize without going there. That just seems unnecessary. I get being fatigued. Kawhi's out again. I get all that. It sucks. He's injury prone. I'm encouraged that it's his ankle, not his knee. Be honest. Then people want specifics on a timetable. It's like, it depends on how he feels. He doesn't know what the timetable is because he wakes up. Depends how he feels. Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. John Collins in the starting lineup tonight for the first time as a member of the Clippers. But right now, let's get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. As always, it is brought to you by Toyota. It's the Here and Now sales event at your Toyota dealer. The clock is ticking. Don't wait to grab a great deal on a new Toyota. We make it easy. The Magic would win 115-112 over the Portland Trail Blazers, as Banchero had 28 and 9 boards in the victory. Shaden Sharp with 31 points in the 3-point loss for the Blazers in Orlando. Pistons just won in overtime over the Wizards, 137 to 135. Took overtime in 46, 12, and 11 from Cade Cunningham to pull off the victory. Why? Because C.J. McCollum turned back the clock like he was still with the Portland Trail Blazers and dropped 42 points for the Wizards, who came up 2 points shy in OT in Motown. Right now, third quarter action. The place the Clippers will be soon. The Dallas Mavericks lead 77 to 69 over the Milwaukee Bucks. Cooper Flagg has 17 points with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Giannis Antetokounmpo with 15 and 3 blocks. Bucks trailing by 9. One more for you in Miami. It's the Heat in overtime against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They currently have a 2-point lead with 3:55 left in OT. Jaime Jaquez Jr. continues a stellar junior season here in the big leagues. He's got 20, 10, and 7 assists. Donovan Mitchell with 24, 12, and 8 for the Cavaliers, who have now cut it to 130 to 129 with about 4 minutes left in OT in Miami. Coming up next, we'll get back to Carlo Jimenez, who thinks he's cute, thinks it's sweet to dance behind me like this. Thinks this is a TikTok right now on the YouTube side on Clippers Talk. Radio show, don't know about this. We're on the AM 570 LA Sports and the Clippers Radio Network. Coming up next, Carlo Jimenez right here as we get set for the Clippers and Hawks at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 16 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Carlos, too much. This guy needs to relax.
Man, I think I did that for a good 3 minutes, and I don't think he had any idea.
I took your guy?
Locked in. He's always locked in.
I called John earlier today at about 1 o'clock when I did a Clipper Stock episode.
Hey, did
Said
anybody
he'd be
get
starting
Zubats
tonight.
yet, man?
What's that, Jake?
I want Zubats. Anybody take
Yeah,
it?
you can. Me and you. We both.
No.
get it.
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
both get him.
Yeah, we do.
That's not
we do.
how it works.
That's how it works.
Okay, yeah,
Right,
you
we both-
divide up
we
his
both-
stats. You get to divide up his stats.
No, double count.
So if he gets 20, you each get 10.
No, double count.
Not a double count.
That's
All right,
right.
Joey,
This
you
ain't no
can put-
daily double.
you can
That's
put
right.
Zoo
That's
for
right.
me and
I don't need him.
appreciate it.
We'll go with Batum.
All right, I'm not playing anymore. I'm done.
Oh, stop it.
Wow.
I'm taking my ball and going home.
I'm gonna go home. Leave me alone.
Wow, Shaft 9000 says, get a sound engineer, please. Overloading the mic constantly.
Wow.
Look, we're doing the best we can. It's loud here. I
Wow.
got this sound effect thing.
Hey, you know what? If you can do better, I will let you in the door.
Well, his name is
Wow.
Shaft 9000.
Shaft can get the shaft. I don't care. I said what I said.
He's a bad Shaft.
Well, he's more than welcome to come over here if he wanted to do it himself. Pull up,
You
pull up,
know
pull
where
up.
I'm at. You know where I'm at.
3930 Century Boulevard. Come
Come
through.
on now.
Daniel said we need a draft lottery to decide who has the rights to Zubats.
No, I get the right.
Well, Zubats,
And
first of
Jacob.
all, is my eternal pick. Like, I always have
Jeez
Zubats.
Louise. And you're the one complaining about the rules? Holy smokes, man. What a statement. I always had Zubats. Dude, I think Russo sent his article to Ty Lue. Holy smokes. Did you read it?
That's why I did the Clippers Talk episode. I think Coach Lue's a listener.
He's tapped in, baby.
Clippers and Atlanta Hawks here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 14 minutes away. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. Still to come, we will get to your keys to victory. Let's get back over to Carlo Jimenez.
Hey.
Carlo, Atlanta heads out on the road. This is their first destination here in Los Angeles, but 5-5, 10 games in. They've had their own health issues, but they've been good enough. What type of identity have they been building in Atlanta this season?
They're a team that, Adam, is extremely deep, but has an incredible defensive attitude early this season. They're almost a top 10 defense. They also, and Clipper fans aren't going to love this, they get a lot of points off turnovers, Adam. The second highest percentage of their total points off turnovers in the NBA behind the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, it's a
So,
good opportunity for the Clippers to flip the script against a team that's
yeah.
really has a strength against their weakness.
Yeah. They also move the ball really well, top 5 in assists, but that's kind of what this team does. They aren't going to rebound super well this season. They're a bottom 10 team in rebound percentage. They're not going to get out, and their fast break points, surprisingly, Adam, are ninth in the league, despite their points off turnovers being number 2. So they play fast, but not insanely fast. They also don't crash the offensive glass. That might be good news for the Clippers. They don't do that very well. So they move the ball, they run, and they disrupt you with defense. It helps when you have Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson on the same team. That's kind of their what they're building on. I mean, even without Trae Young, they have been that kind of team.
Yeah. Johnson available for them tonight. He was questionable, I believe, earlier today.
Yeah.
He can absolutely be a force out there, but really going to be interesting to see John Collins starting and going up against his former squad here. And just if he can give the Clippers a jolt to get off to quicker starts in ball games, because repeatedly it's been happening all season long so far. I know it's only 9 games, but we've seen it far too often where the Clippers start slowly, put themselves in a hole, and have to climb out of it.
Yeah, talking to Dante Jones at him pregame, I was interested to hear him say his one key to the game was them starting the first and third quarters really well. And he felt like if they were able to get off the good starts in both halves, the Clippers would have a lot of success. And it feels like they need to do that to begin this game. Look, this is an Atlanta team that's starting a 4-game road trip. They're in LA. This is their only visit to LA other than to see the Lakers. And so for the Clippers, you have an opportunity against Atlanta, who's feeling good after that win over the Lakers. If you start strong, you maybe end some of that momentum that they took from the Laker game. Again, no Jalen Johnson, no Nickeil Alexander-Walker, no Porzingis in that game, and yet they still were able to win handedly. I think for the Clippers, Adam, they have to do a good job of just not giving easy things to Atlanta. Get back on defense. Don't turn the ball over. Make them earn every bucket.
And the Clippers' secondary playmakers and ball handlers have to be much better, so James Harden doesn't have to play 41 minutes in a ball game. Chris Dunn has been very solid so far, but I'm interested if we see Bogey tonight, if we see CP3 out there, or if it's more Cam Christie, who has acquitted himself very well. And it's been great to see the young man thrive at the age of 20, getting minutes for this Clippers team right now.
Yeah, one thing that people forget, Adam, when he was drafted, he was the 10th youngest player in the entire NBA. This is somebody who has not played a lot of basketball in terms of maybe the other rookies the Clippers have seen in their uniform that they've been able to draft the last couple of seasons. For somebody like Cam Christie, his energy and his intensity on the glass is how he's going to keep staying on the floor. If he can be able to score the ball when he needs to, but also rebound the ball at an elite level, get out in transition, get back in transition, just give the Clippers those young legs that they're looking for, I think that would be huge.
Cam Christie scored 25 points in his last 2 games since Thursday, scoring at least 8 in each contest. Last season, Christie's season high in points in a game was 5, so he has more than exceeded that total.
Yeah.
Total, 18 total points last season. Well, he's going to maybe exceed that in one game tonight here if he gets enough minutes with the way he's been playing. The confidence from the young man. I love seeing pull-up threes from a guy with a handle like that. It really shows the future is bright. The Clippers need a victory tonight against Atlanta to stop the 4-game losing skid. Tip-off is just about 9 minutes away. Carlo Jimenez is on the call. Coming up next, your keys to victory right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Keys to victory. What do you write?
Joey Kimball's player to watch, Cam Christie.
Wow.
Well, at least he didn't try to get in the 3-way with the Zubats pick that you guys made.
No, it's all good. Jake, does it work if I just hit this one? That'll do it? Okay, perfect. Thank you. What were you saying?
They muted me. They literally muted me, guys. Can you believe this? The nerve.
Carl Lane, Kevin Cutler. Guys, our last win was the Kawhi game winner.
That was years ago.
Man. Literally.
Steve was really nice over here.
Yeah, what do you say?
He said he was on the committee when he graded your call for the Jim Nantz Award.
Really?
He didn't tell you that?
No, I didn't know that.
He said that.
Wow. I love Steve.
He said he listens to us
yeah, he does.
on Sirius.
Yeah, because when he drives home, we're on. So he's like, yeah, I always tune in.
That's very nice of him.
No, he's very, very nice guy. One of my favorites.
He's great.
And I hope to be as Iron Man as him. You know, he's the ultimate Iron Man. 3,000 straight games.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you missed one here and there, but
That's pretty messed up.
just kidding.
You want me to get hurt?
No.
You're
No.
gonna regret it. You're gonna regret saying that.
I didn't
You
say that,
want
so
me-
I have nothing to regret.
You want me to hurt myself?
I heard you. I'm an audio engineer. I heard it.
Check the tape. I saw him.
He's here.
What's the problem?
Oh boy.
Look at that Dominique Wilkins on.
I see him right now. Clippers and Hawks tipping off 7 minutes from now here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown. Carlo Jimenez is on the call, but first, let's get to your keys to victory. Clippers have been giving up far too many three-pointers, volume and makes. Nobody's really been worse over the last week than the Clippers in that area. And the Atlanta Hawks are coming off a game where they were 16 of 39 from the outside. That is 41% in their 20-point victory over the Lakers a couple of days ago. So they're coming in from hot Atlanta, shooting the basketball hot from the outside. The Clippers have been giving up a ton of threes and good looks out there on wide open threes, especially where teams are shooting the second highest percentage out of anyone in the league. The Clippers have to shut the water off because the tape is out there. Everybody knows it. They struggle when it comes to that perimeter defense in ways we didn't see last season. So this has to change tonight for the Clippers. That defensive intensity has to be there. Rotations have to be sharper along the perimeter, or unless the Atlanta Hawks will make them pay. And that just cannot happen again in this building. You don't want to start 3-7. Teams that start 3-7 only make the playoffs 14% of the time. Now, the Clippers were one of those teams in the 23-24 season, of course. But with the Denver Nuggets coming in on Wednesday, tonight feels imperative for this Clippers team to start fast, and especially on the defensive end. Get back to what we saw all of last season, where they ended up being the third best team on that end. All right, here we go. It's Carlo Jimenez on the call. Clippers and Hawks from Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 5 minutes away right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Hey, I'll talk to you guys post game.
No, he won't. Not after that dance.
Wow.
What? Are we not friends?
We were.
We'll
So
start
that
our
email you sent Joey last night.
We'll start our own, Carlo. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.